Let's start with your reading, Scorpio. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and immediate future. And then we will clarify in order to find out more details about the messages. Keep in mind that in general readings, energies go both ways. Feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it best resonate with your own personal situation. All right, let's begin with your reading. Oof, what's going on, Scorpio? All right, we do have a happy ending, so that's definitely good news. All right, I see what's going on. The main energy for the reading today is the Four of Swords. And the first thing that really comes to mind, the first thing that I want to tell you is hang in there, Scorpio. There is something that you are recovering from, a disappointment, a sudden break, or a transformation, and you find yourself in a position where you have to protect yourself again. Protect yourself from the situation, from your feelings, from the other person, from what happened and how it makes you feel. You're trying to look ahead, to go for a new beginning that could bring balance and overall happiness back in your life, but it's not as quick as you might want it to be. So let's see what this is about. Now, recent past, Nine of Swords, the Tower. Obviously, here we see the moment that preceded the Four of Swords, and we can see how unexpected this was. This is your foundation shaking, something you have been involved in for a while, all of a sudden changes. And it changes your routine, your everyday life, and it often takes away your certainties, forcing you to go away, to stop communication, to move, to start all over. And we see the level of anxiety that this might be bringing. This is the moment when you realize that this was way more fragile than you initially thought. We will look into what happened here as soon as we clarify, but obviously, this is the cause of what you're feeling today. Now, in the current energies, Four of Cups, Three of Wands, look at these two people. They're looking away from each other, trying to ignore each other potentially, trying to both move on and just find some sort of stability and balance once again. Currently, Scorpio, you do not want to waste your time, absolutely. You're trying to quickly react to this before it gets too big, before it gets to the point where you won't be able to put it aside and forget about it anymore. You are determined to find happiness again and to find that balance and peace of mind that for you is fundamental. And that in the past, this person used to give to you. It's funny how things change and how at every transformation, a piece of you gets lost, but you're trying to hold on this time, trying to not let this change you. There is overall movement here. We'll see what you should expect in the present as soon as we clarify. In the near future, Queen of Cups and the World. At the end of it all, we can see you finding yourself again, Scorpio. There is something actually very beautiful about this energy, about this overall message. There is definitely closure and feeling good again. But at the same time, there is a major shift happening not only inside of you, but also all around you. Something that changes and never goes back to what it was before. Also, there is a conversation here, a back and forth of some sort, which potentially is at the base of this shift. We'll see what this is about. Let's start clarifying, and let's start with your recent past. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and Page of Swords. Eight of Cups. Couple things here. First of all, I see that this situation, this connection, was actually very important for the both of you. Even if their actions at some point clearly made you see that they didn't care enough to fight for this and go out of their way to keep this together, we see that regardless, their love and passion was in this. There is an insane amount of pride and ego standing in between the two of you. And it's changing the overall perception of what this is. This is someone who can definitely be self-centered, someone who has a hard time seeing beyond their energy sphere, not understanding how their actions, their silence actually impact the people around them. They just don't get it. This is someone who can be very cold, someone who all of a sudden can just disappear like you never existed. But you need to see the hurt that it's pushing them to do this. Now, it doesn't justify it and it doesn't fix the overall situation, but you need to see where this is actually coming from. This is someone who's going over something that you said or done over and over again. They cannot sleep, or they couldn't sleep since we're looking into the past. They kept talking about it and reliving that moment. And the more they did, the farther they got from you. It could have been something big or something even tiny. Doesn't matter. It was enough for them to do all of this. But there is so much more that they feel, that they want to say, that they're not showing or saying right now. And mostly because of pride, because of ego. And that is the main cause of the issues that the two of you are experiencing right now. Love is not enough. You need to have something that will allow you to express that love in a healthy way. Now, what do we have in the current energies? Let's clarify that. The Fool. There you go. Three of Swords and Justice. You're definitely rethinking everything. Thinking potentially to move somewhere else. Thinking to change jobs, to change your overall routine. You're definitely the best sign when it comes to transformations. That's very much you. You know how to handle endings and how to transform them in new, beautiful beginnings. But make sure to know what you're doing, or better, make sure that this move, this transformation you're planning for right now, it's not because you want to run away from something, from a feeling, Three of Swords, from a disappointment. And the reason why I say this is because often we think that we are physically moving away from something, and then it catches up with us, regardless where we are and where we go. This is never something you get over. This has to be something you get through. And you do get through it, Scorpio, if you do the right thing, if you do it the right way. You need to make sure that you get closure and that you say what you need to say, or this will be a burden that you will carry with you for longer than you should. On the other end, I see someone who's actually very tortured by this, even if you don't know it. Someone who might be saying, don't push me away. Why are we throwing this away? There is definitely a lot of emotions at play here. But at the same time, someone who's not making the first move, at least at this moment in time. Regardless of where you are on the map geographically, regardless how distant you are right now, the connection is still there, as alive as ever. They also think that it's not over. They think that you care about them, that eventually you'll show up again. You'll try to make this work again, but obviously they have another thing coming. We see it right here. We've seen it with the Eight of Cups, the Fool. We see that you are really moving on in order to find your balance again. There is some sort of injustice that you've seen here, and There's one thing that Scorpio does not stand for is injustice. So let's see then what's coming up in the future. Let's clarify the future energy. Two of Swords, Four of Swords, on top of the Three of Swords, and the Emperor. This is someone very methodical. Someone who's actually waiting for a specific moment in time to reach out, to say something. We definitely have that communication we were mentioning earlier. Someone is going to reach out, going to get over their ego, and they're going to start the communication. We will definitely dig deeper into this energy to understand what the conversation will be about. But I can tell that this is going to be a redemption moment for you, Scorpio. This is the moment that you get something off your chest, you know? And you finally get to move on. With or without this person, we'll see. Right here, you realize that all along, you had nothing to lose. And that as long as you prioritize yourself, you have only to gain. I feel that right here, you will feel proud of how you handled the situation this time. And it just makes you feel more in control with the Emperor right here. Now, once this cycle ends, you have a bunch of news coming your way, which will take your mind far away from all this drama. Things that will make you busy, will help you heal, will really propel you in a different world, in a different reality. What is this about? Let's look into it. Let's see, out of curiosity, what this conversation is going to be about. Let's see if this person is going to be part of your future or just part of your past. And let's see what else is coming your way after this cycle has ended, Scorpio. What should you prepare for, and how is your life going to change after this cycle, after this connection, after this chapter of your life? Let's look into it. The Wheel of Fortune. Get ready for big things, Scorpio. Get ready for some major changes in your life. The Wheel of Fortune is not a little card, a little energy that you feel for a second and then it goes away. This is life-changing, and it's bringing good luck in finally. Now, this is something that comes in, but something that you need to know how to take advantage of. It's like currency. It's like money. It's given to you. How you're going to spend it, it's going to change your life. Maybe just for a week, or if you spend it right, for the rest of your years, for the rest of your life. So let's see what this is about. Let's keep going with your reading, Scorpio. If you want to dive deeper into the reading with me, Scorpio, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 45-minute reading. The readings are not 30 minutes anymore. Wasn't enough time. Hopefully 45 minutes will be enough. But the ones of you who know, who have had a reading with me, know that we usually go beyond that. But that is the overall time frame that I'm thinking about. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Scorpio. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to all the incoming events, the Eight of Wands. Here it comes, Scorpio. This is that good news that we were talking about. Surprises, quick events, quick decisions. Also, I feel like there's a strong infatuation with someone or with life, with your new life, with this new cycle. A rush of emotions, endorphins, spiritual development, and changes. A lot of changes. It will be hard to keep up. And this, with the Wheel of Fortune, this is absolutely beautiful and major. What is this? And the Star. Come on. Look at this combination. This is where you're headed. And it's beautiful. On paper, it looks amazing. But let's see what this is actually about on a more concrete level. So let's do this. The Chariot, moving full speed. Even if now things are not really happening much and it takes a while for anything to come in, this will change it all for you. So let's see what's about. Let's start with clarifying these three cards, especially the Eight of Wands. Oh my God. Eight of Wands. Look at this. Listen, what you have right here, not only, we'll get into the details in a second, but this, not only it's going to make you happy and it's going to make you busy, it's going to make you heal from everything that you went through up to this point so quickly that you'll barely remember why you were hurting in the first place. And this is why. What we're seeing right here, first of all,